Can't fathom the thought of pausing your exercise routine because of knee pain? This was me a few weeks ago after I tackled a running route that included too many steep uphills and downhills. My knees paid the price, leaving me with painful runner's knee. As much as I wanted to, I knew if I kept running, it would only get worse. So, how do we maintain a fitness routine without aggravating the knee? Keep watching to learn these 4 steps to settling your knee without pausing your workouts. The principles apply to all severities of pain as long as you follow this important first step and make sure that none of these exercises shown in this video cause any pain. The first important principle after an injury like this is relative rest. This means that you can keep exercising, just don't do the exercises that hurt the area. This is so important because it takes much longer to settle inflammation than to create it. The more you inflame it, the longer it'll take to settle. So if you want to keep up with some cardio, do some biking, swimming, or speed walking on flat ground. In my case, I decided to do more spinning for the week. Relative rest allows time for the inflamed cartilage on the kneecap and knee joint to settle. Continuing to move the body increases circulation, which helps remove inflammatory chemicals from the immediate area. The second step that can do wonders in settling the knee is acupuncture. There are some key acupuncture points in the knee that can help settle inflammation and pain. For you guys at home, you can use a TENS machine and set it at the acupuncture-like setting and place it on the same points as where I put my acupuncture. If you don't know how to use or set up your TENS machine, check out our video in the link above to learn. The first 2 points are located on either side of the patellar tendon. Locate the thick band under the knee and feel the 2 depressions on either side. Place the electrode pads there. The next point is on the inside of the lower leg. Run your fingers down the inside of your knee and follow it down the lower leg until you feel an inward curve. Place the electrode pads there along the curved area. The third spot is on the inside of your thigh. Find the top corner of your kneecap closest to your inner thigh. Move the fingers slightly downward and inward from that bone. Place the electrode in this spot. Use a TENS machine for 15 to 20 minutes. The third step is stretching. Runner's knee can be caused by multiple things, but stretching 3 main muscle groups that cause more compression of the kneecap on the knee joint will decrease the amount of friction in this area. First is the quadricep stretch. Stand on one leg and bring the foot to the bum. With all these stretches, hold them from 30 seconds up to a minute. The second stretch is the glute stretch. There are many variations of the glute stretch, but I find the most convenient one is the standing pigeon pose. Place your bent knee up on a bench, table, or anything you can find and lean forward. I like this position because you can lean over to the left and to the right and get all the different angles of the glute muscle. You can also vary your knee angle to stretch out different parts of your hip. The third stretch is the hamstring stretch. The easiest way to ensure proper form with least effort is in sitting, so you can control the curvature of your lower back. Sit tall with one leg outstretched. Tilt your pelvis forward a bit and move forward as if you're trying to bring the belly towards your thigh. Often people stretch and end up flexing the low back, thinking they have great hamstring flexibility when it's really from your low back. The fourth step is strengthening. It is important that these exercises are not painful for your knee. Bridges with a band around the thigh is a great way to start strengthening without aggravating the knee. The band has to be tight and it needs to feel like it's forcing the knees together, so you are using the hip muscles to bring it outward. Tighten the core and lift the bum up while squeezing the bum muscles together. You should feel the glutes and hamstrings working with this exercise, and the last 3 to 4 reps of this really should feel a bit challenging. If you feel like you need more than just body weight, add dumbbells. Do 3 sets of 12 reps. Focusing on the hips are important because they control the inward and outward motion of the knee, which is often a cause of friction at the kneecap. The second strength exercise is the squat. Make sure that the feet are hip-width apart, feet facing forward, bend at the hip and knee as if you're about to sit down on a chair. Make sure the knees track between the first and third toes and the knees do not go in front of the toes. Again, I use dumbbells to increase the challenge, so my last 3 to 4 reps of the exercise is challenging. Squats are a great way to target all the major muscle groups involved in controlling the knee joint, the quads, the hamstrings, and glutes all at once. The third strength exercise is the single leg sit to stand. Start in the sitting position and plant one foot on the ground while keeping the other foot off the floor. Bend at the hips to lean forward and push through the planted leg to stand straight up. Make sure to actively straighten the knee by contracting the quad muscle and squeeze the glute at the end of your stand. Slowly bring the bum back and sit back down. Make sure that throughout this whole movement that the knee does not go in front of the toes. This exercise requires a lot of control, so if you find that it is painful, omit this one. But I always like to come back to this exercise, especially after having some knee issues, because it really activates all the muscle and joint sensors around the knee region and reinforces the proper tracking and alignment while on one leg, which is important for walking and running. Different structures of the body can lead to a runner's knee, either from being too tight or too weak, especially in the hips and lower body. Check out our video that outlines some of the common muscles and tissues that can lead to runner's knee, as well as some more rehab exercises that can help. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope these exercises and rehab tips help to keep you active while recovering from your knee injury, as they did for me. Till next time.